Welcome. It's Thursday. We're here to do another oracle reading for the Shadow Work Oracles. And today we are going to be taking a look at what came out for the Lightworker Oracle, which is this one right here. How was your day today? Did you have a good day? Let me know below if you did or you didn't. I'd love to hear. The card that came out was the Alchemical Mutation. I've never gotten this one before, so I'm excited to read it. It's quite the beautiful card. Look at that. Beautiful. So we're going to see what they have to say to us today. I had a pretty good day, but it was slow. I had wished it went quicker. Nothing like a slow day at work. All right, let's read. Your spiritual growth is changing your mind, body, and soul. It is very real. It is helping you fulfill aspects of your divine destiny. It is awakening spiritual talents and attracting in new energies. This process will bring tremendous joy and satisfaction. I can say I've definitely felt a lot more energy the last couple of days with the Lionsgate. I mean, compared to the last few weeks, it was rough. It was really rough. Have you guys been feeling anything? Let me know. The body changes as light enters. Alchemy is catalyzed and transformation happens. Sometimes the appearance of the body changes. There will be changes in how the body feels, responds, acts, and creates. Radiance increases. Lightness of being increases. If you have clairvoyant vision, you will see the increase in light, as though the person is actually lit up from within. They are. Spiritual abilities become grounded in the body, and the person can channel healing energies just as naturally as they would set the dinner table. The spirit becomes a living reality in the body, and the material world is experienced as an extension of the divine light. The alchemy is an empowering gift of love. Symptoms of this process can at times be challenging. They may include headaches and other aches and pains, flu-like symptoms, and inexplicable and nearly overwhelming fatigue that lasts for days and then suddenly vanishes along with a surge of new energy. I've definitely been feeling the surge the last 2 days. I was completely just drained and depleted for weeks, just wanting to sleep and rest. Let's continue. We may also experience pinging in the ears. I have had some pinging in my ears a few times. And then the dreams. The dreams have been very interesting. I could say the last dream I had was the other day, and it was another friend of mine in the dream, but it wasn't in the here and now. It was a different time. And what was interesting is I was gifted 2 brushes, and these brushes were like makeup brushes made by bird feathers, which I had never heard of. I had to look it up because I was like, is that even a thing? And it was, especially in Egyptian times and many times in the past. And there was one big brush and one small brush. And I wanted to gift one to my friend. It was sitting in my vanity, and I said, you can only take one. I want the small one. You can have the big one. But she kept still struggling with which one she wanted to take. Even though I kept telling her that I wanted the small one, she could have the big one. It was a weird dream. So let's continue. But it's interesting because let me just note that if you don't already know, I've never ever remembered dreams, even having them. And when I did, they were rare. And those dreams were me just perpetually falling. I never landed anywhere. So I've had 3 dreams so far in the last, I'd say, couple weeks. And that's been just amazing. I've been video journaling them because it's surreal to me. I've never dreamed. So I have to document this because it is wild. It's amazing. For me, it is at least. All right, let's get back to this. We may also experience pinging in the ears, increased sensitivity to light or sound, hormonal imbalances and hot flashes, excessive sexual energy. I have definitely been in that area. Yeah, that's been increased the last few days. Mental obsession or mood swings, aggression, and unintentionally harsh reactions to people. I haven't had that, thankfully. If you have been experiencing any of the above and wondered if these or other unusual symptoms could be direct result of increased spiritual energy affecting the body, then the answer is that this is very likely. You are encouraged to source whatever professional health support you need to take care of your body. Also consider using the following simple practices to ease away the side effects of divine alchemy taking place in you. These simple practices include getting regular rest. Additional sleep is a powerful way for your body and mind to heal and repair, integrate and reorganize. Allow time for physical exercise, which can help increase excess energy, especially if you tend to feel mentally congested. And I will say that, especially this week, I've been going consistently every morning, 5 a.m. to the gym right when they open, and getting my work in, no excuses. I've been consistent for, I would say, a couple months now, but this week has definitely been very consistent. Like, I don't even think about it. I just get up and go. It's been amazing. It feels like it's just part of my day now, and I love it. It is like a mental health session for me. I'm so grateful that I have the gym. And I look at the gym very differently now. Before I used to look at the gym as something I have to do it. I have to go get some physical activity. Now it's very different. It's a place where I can zone out, a place I can focus. I listen to my podcasts and stuff or whatever audiobooks. It's a time where I can really zone in and concentrate. And I really appreciate that time. And it's very meditative for me as well, because with ADHD, for me, movement flow is meditative. So for me, it's also a meditative state that I go into when I exercise, and I do cardio when I'm there. And it does change you if you find things such as something that involves movement to help you get rid of that energy that is in you. It does help to have some type of way, whether it's taking a walk or whatever it is that works for you. Physical activity is so important, and I'm glad I've been able to incorporate that consistently. Let's continue. Take some time away from meditation, spiritual study, or discussion and energy work. Instead, simply be in nature or rest. That is something that I need to do, is get back into nature. I haven't gone in nature in a few weeks. I keep saying I'm going to go, but I haven't been able to make the time. I do need to do that. If you work with colors, then take a break for a short time. Only work with very soft, subtle, subdued white or colorless light. If you have a tendency to push yourself with spiritual work, learning to take some time off on regular occasion will help you recover more quickly and suffer less. Finally, working with cooling energy, not cold, but refreshing as a way of discharge excess heat, can be extremely beneficial to body and mind. You can do this by sitting in the shade or in a room that feels cool and relaxing, or even by cooling your hands before the air conditioner or fan, and then using your fingertips to transfer cold and healing energy by lightly touching your chest, back of your neck, back of your head, ears, and forehead. The invocation for this is, I call upon the beings that love me unconditionally and ask for divine grace, protection, information, assistance, intervention, and healing in all ways now as I change alchemically. May my body and mind be supported and recover with divine assistance. I celebrate the alchemy that the light creates, and with kindness I allow for it to unfold in my body, mind, and soul according to the guided hand of divine love. May all those on the path of love and light be assisted to walk their path with as much joy and as little suffering as possible through my own free will and divine grace, so be it. That was a really, really well needed message. It is so important that we listen to our bodies and what we need, whether it's going in nature, whether it's physical exercise, whatever it is. If you find yourself sitting under harsh light all the time, maybe sitting in a less lit environment. All right, so we're going to get into the next one, which is the Star Seed, as I like to call Star Soul Oracle. And for this one, we got Trust the Timing. I love this. Trust the timing. I don't think I've ever gotten this card either. And we're going to see what this one has to say. All right. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. And I've always had a problem with time, just like many people, right? We want everything now. It's just like when you send a text and you don't get a response in split 2 seconds, you're just like, what's going on? Time is something I think a lot of us in society struggle with these days. I think back of when I was young, I mean, you would send a letter and I mean, it could take a week, maybe 2 weeks to get to someone. And you had to wait for a response or a phone call. People had to call at a certain time because there was such things as long distance calls. I mean, you don't even have that now. Let's get into it. So often those who feel like they're here for a reason sense that time is running out and they spend their life worrying that they might miss the moment. But the only way to miss your life or your moment is to spend your time worrying about missing it. That's the truth. It's never too late to answer a calling, and you're never too old. The tides of your life are magnificently orchestrated to come in and out in perfect unison. Don't race ahead and ride a wave that was never meant for you. You'll waste your precious time and energy when instead you could be enjoying your life. Everything has a season, and you're being called to trust the one you're in. Don't let impatience, comparison, competition, or paranoia disturb the seeds. It seems that everyone has anxiety these days, constantly scanning for something that might have missed or a possible threat. That is true. Keeping our mind and body pointed in the same direction as our soul is near impossible at such reactive speeds. Right now, you're being reminded to take a breath and trust the wave you came in on, to trust the season you're in. Time isn't running out. There's plenty of time. There's no rush, and it's never too late. And the Star Soul inquiry is, how can you trust the timing of your life a little more? For me personally, trusting the timing is definitely a challenge. I'm like this with people, places, things. I expect everything to come quickly and arrive quickly. It's hard to sit back, especially these days with technology, because everything is so quick. I mean, um, I remember when we used to get paid with a check and we'd have to wait to go to the bank to deposit the check. It's so different today. Everything's instant. Everything, your paycheck's going to be in a bank on Friday, direct deposit, or you pay your bills. You don't have to go to the post office and mail your bills out, right? You just go online and pay them on the website. It's a very different experience. We certainly don't have a reason to have that patience these days because everything comes at us so quickly. So then we have the angel number 750, limitless love. Your love, oh no, sorry. I'm reading this wrong. Love yourself and others freely. I'm trying to read the first sentence way too fast. So that's the card. All right, so let's go ahead and read this. Your angels are asking you to practice unconditional love today, not only for others, but for yourself as well. You can only accept as much love from the outside world as you give yourself. Time to level up the amount you're willing to receive from within. Journal about how you feel and the vulnerability that occurs when demonstrating unconditional love to yourself and others. Yeah, it's definitely a vulnerable place to give and receive unconditional love. It's something that a lot of people struggle with, especially if you've been through an immense amount of trauma. We tend to lead with our ego because it protects us. It allows us to not let people penetrate us by hurting us. So it's hard for us to then accept unconditional love because we're not in a mood of being open to receive it. And we have to learn to receive that unconditional love from within ourselves for ourselves first before we can express unconditional love to others. And it's really important that you realize how worthy you are of that love. Give it to yourself first, feel it deeply, and then you will be able to give it to others and moreover, receive it from others because you know, as well as I do, that you protect yourself a lot of times from that because you've been hurt. And that hurt is very painful. And you don't want to be vulnerable. But I'm here to tell you right now, if you use your discernment, your intuition, and you know who is worthy of that unconditional love, when you learn to love yourself in that way, you will know who is worthy of receiving that love. And you will be able to give it freely without worrying about being hurt. Because love is so important. We don't have enough of it in this world. We tend to be a lot more harsher than we need to be, not only to others, but to ourselves. And finally, the angel wisdom, boundaries. Oh, the all important boundaries. I always tell people about boundaries. That is one thing that I had to learn in life, especially with people that are very close to me. Because it's those people that know how to push your buttons. They know how to push your boundaries. They know how to trigger you. And boundaries are important because I am worthy and deserving of setting and maintaining boundaries that serve me. And we're going to go ahead and read this card because this is important wisdom. The angels want you to remember if you keep prioritizing the needs of others and ignoring your own, then things might fall apart for once. Love yourself and do things that please you no matter what others might say. This is such an important message. Make sure that you are keeping your boundaries, and if you don't have boundaries, start establishing them. Don't let people walk all over you. Don't let people siphon you of your energy. Make sure that you are decisive, selective on who gets your energy and where that energy goes, because it's valuable. Protect it. And boundaries are how you protect your energy. Not everyone is worthy of having it. Just like your unconditional love, there are people in this world who are just on a mission to make your life an absolute hell. Because there is a saying, right? Misery likes company. There is so much truth to this. There are people that are very miserable and they want to bring you into their misery with them. Do not allow them. Keep your boundaries. Stay firm. And don't bend them for anyone if they should not be bent. You need to keep your sanity. You need to keep your energy. Protect it. So important. All right, everyone. I'm going to rest for the rest of the evening and do some reading. But I hope that you all are doing well. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and do subscribe if you haven't already. Until tomorrow when we check out the energy for setting our intentions. Blessings, everyone.